The topic I am presenting is the art of horror, specifically in regards to Japanese manga. The question I will be exploring today is, what makes horror impactful beyond just fear? The topics I will specifically cover over the course of 9 total slides will be number 1, exploring the grotesque, number 2, emotion over scares, number 3, depicting trauma, number 4, subverting expectations, and number 5, I'll finish off with a final analysis. Any comments and feedback can come in the form of responses in the discussion post that Professor Crespo created. Everyone knows and loves gory horror. Of course, gore is the central aspect that attracts people to horror. It becomes most impactful when images linger emotionally. Upending the viewer's sense of normalcy is the most memorable way of this, done through typical gory imagery, with some examples that you can see on the left. The importance of expressionism. Horror art often exaggerates faces or proportions to make emotion more readable. Expression of characters is the most important thing in this aspect. It can depict the internal turmoil the characters are feeling without the use of direct dialogue. On the right, you can see a panel from the infamous series Tokyo Ghoul. One of the characters, Mutsuki, claims a ghoul, or monster, killed their abusive family. It is later revealed Mutsuki actually committed the murders in a psychotic break, using an axe and having no memory of it. The expression on Mutsuki's face really adds to the tone of the art, and hints towards intense conflicts and internal trauma that led to the killing of their own family. Depicting trauma. Depicting trauma in a way that is tasteful is difficult. However, Goodnight Punpun handles the topics of sexual abuse in a way that is mindful of real-life survivors. The manga avoids graphic depiction, and the trauma is not a pilot device to make Punpun, the main character, more interesting or tragic. Instead, it becomes part of a long trajectory of shame, disassociation, and self-loathing. Before the trauma, Punpun is depicted as a childlike white bird, but after the assault, the design turns into a creepy abstraction denoting the disassociation Punpun feels. Many survivors connect with Goodnight Punpun because it doesn't demand recovery on a timeline. It doesn't frame trauma as character growth, and it acknowledges that trauma can make you unpleasant, messy, or self-destructive. Art can not only reflect the grotesque and physical aspect of horror, but also depict a more allegorical mental struggles that come with emotional trauma in horror storytelling. Subverting expectations. Chainsaw Man reframes horror away from the spectacle of violence. This famous panel from the manga embodies the fear that nothing is private and resistance is already anticipated. On the right, Kishibe reveals that Makima is omniscient and has been listening in on every conversation. On the left, Makima reveals that she is dangerous far beyond what a normal person could be capable of. This reveal reclassifies a main character, Makima, into an antagonist instead of an ally, as previously thought. Subverting expectations. Hunter x Hunter violates emotional expectations by killing an important character in a dry and abrupt way. There is no dramatic build-up, and we don't even see it happen, as it is done off-screen. All we get is the panel of the character, dead with crows picking at his body. The death's tragedy stems from the character's disposability. Shalnark, a recurring character who is a staple in the series, is reduced to nothing in seconds. Final analysis. Horror, while often subjective, is impactful beyond fear when tied to emotional turmoil. With the right context, the storytelling and art transforms into something that lingers in the audience's mind instead of ending at the scare. It confronts the audience with emotional truths we would rather avoid, such as grief without closure in Tokyo Ghoul, loss without meaning as seen in Hunter x Hunter, and trauma without healing like in Goodnight Punpun. And here's my works cited. Any responses or comments can be done, again, as I said, through the discussion post, and thank you so much for watching my presentation.